Hi, everyone. My name is Sara Heppner, and I'm thrilled to be a part of this Purpose by Design series. When Tanya asked me if I would make a video for her girls, of course, I said yes without a second thought. But as the time came closer, I had no clue what I was going to share with you. So I started thinking about when I was your age and what I wish I had known back when I was trying to make sense of the world. About the lessons I learned as I wended my way through the twists and turns of life. And then it was right in front of me. What was I thinking? I've just finished writing this book. It's been brewing in me for years. Over a lifetime of finding my way in the world, I've amassed tidbits of wisdom to touch my soul. I'm a deep listener, an intuitive thinker, a consummate connector, and an incurable doodler. Doodling helps me think and make sense of my world. It helps me to connect my brain and my heart. I make marks everywhere, in my journals, in my books, on little pieces of paper scattered about the surfaces I inhabit in my everyday life. Sometimes they're messy and random. Sometimes they're clear and complete. These are the tidbits that emerge from my soul. They remind me of how I want to be in the world and how I'd like the world to be. So I'd like to share a couple of pages from my book, I Choose Love, a journal of self-discovery. And I hope that they can spark a tiny bit of your soul. Fear. Fear is the devil. It's this tiny voice that sits in our head and plants these seeds of doubt. It takes us down rabbit holes that are so deep we get stuck in them for years or a lifetime. Fear can be paralyzing. It often arises from the stories we create. It's very good at disguising itself. Fear can look like anger, procrastination, self-doubt, busyness. How does fear show up in your life? And who is fear stopping you from being? I've wasted so much time and energy overcoming fear of things that only exist in my head. I'm not good enough. What will they think? Oh, I've never done that before. The good thing is, I'm learning how fear feels in my body, and I'm getting better at telling it to just shut up. Gratitude. Have you ever heard the saying, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude, it's gratitude that brings us happiness? It really is true. Gratitude is a felt sense of wonder and thankfulness. It's an appreciation for life. It's being able to see the blessings in all that surrounds you, the little stuff and the really big stuff. It's about being in the moment and taking in the details. Gratitude helps us get through the day. I geek out in nature. I look at the patterns, the colors, the sounds, the millions of miracles. My kids used to roll their eyes at me. Now look who's doing the same thing with their kids. The more we practice gratitude, the easier it gets. Here are some suggestions. How about a gratitude jar? When something strikes you, just grab a piece of paper. Say, oh, thank you for those Cheetos. I appreciate the beautiful music. I am so grateful for that massage. Fill it up anytime. And then when you need a little hit, just grab a piece of paper and remind yourself what you can be grateful for in your life. Say it out loud. Bring it to life. Don't keep it inside. It's something to celebrate. Share it. Everyone wants to feel appreciated. The smallest gestures can make such a difference for someone. How about a daily gratitude journal? This is a really beautiful way to end your day, and it can be really simple. Just write down 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for in your day. It's a nice way to go to sleep. The gifts. So many of us suffer from the curse of perfection. Me. There's a pressure to be able to do it all and to do it perfectly, especially for women. It's just not fair. And the crazy thing is, most of the pressure comes from ourselves. What is wrong with us? We often suffer from comparitis, at least I do, telling ourselves everyone else is better. What does perfect mean anyways? It took me decades to accept that I process information really slowly when I read. I have to read things at least 2 or 3 times for it really to sink in. If I'm not really concentrating, I don't remember the details, and it makes me feel really stupid. Now I know that reading is really not my best way of processing information. My gift of processing information is by drawing it out. Oh yeah. I used to get mad at myself for not jumping into conversations until I realized that my gift is in listening and taking time to reflect before speaking. We all have unique gifts. What are yours? Saying no. Why is it so hard for some of us to say no? To speak up and stand up for ourselves? Do we really think that saying yes will make us accepted? Why are we scared of conflict? And why is putting ourselves first a bad thing? I used to say yes to everything my family asked of me until one day I realized that I had completely lost myself by putting everyone else before me. Beware, it's a very common mothering habit. So the first time I weighed my needs over theirs and said no, with respect, they were shocked. And then they just carried on. What stories was I making up in my head? Oh man. It takes courage to use our voice and say no, but it's so empowering. What do you need to say no to? Do it. This is the biggest one for me, I think. Choice. Everything we do in life is a choice. The clothes we wear, the people we're friends with, the way we speak, eat, think, move, our likes and our dislikes, the people we love and those we don't. My cousin used to wake up his kids by asking them, is it going to be a good day or a bad day? It's up to you. Even when life feels out of control, we can choose how to deal with it. Actually, the only things we can control in our life are our own actions and reactions. Now, part of accepting that everything in your life is a choice means you can't blame stuff on anyone else. On the other hand, you have the power to choose how to live your life. I'm inviting you to create a brave space where you can be all of you, to accept the stuff you like and the stuff you don't like, to dance in the light that sets you free and let go of the darkness that's buried in your soul. Who cares what they think? Who's they anyways? No one knows you as well as you. I'm inviting you to define love for yourself so that you can bring the gift of your whole self into the world and let it shine. It's been such a treat to share my thoughts with you. I hope they've inspired you in some way. Please feel free to reach out to me, that's me, if you have any questions or you want to chat. It would be my great pleasure to accompany you on your journey. Peace and love.